This has been a question that has been never ending this year, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And the question is SMMA dead? And in this video, I'm going to give you the truth, the exact truth to what all these people don't want to tell you. If it's actually dead, if AI automation agencies are actually the way to go, if different types of agencies are actually the way to go, this is going to clarify everything for you. So if you are ever looking to start an agency or grow your current one, then this video is for you, because I'm going to share with you what it's actually all about. Because it isn't all about your niche. It isn't all about how you run things or how good your website is or how good your, even like your service delivery. Of course, that's the most important thing, but it's not even about that when it comes down to scaling your agency. There's one specific component, and that component is going to be uncovered today in this video. So grab a pen, grab paper, let's get right into if SMMA is dead. And this is the honest truth, and I'm going to be fully transparent with you and direct with you in terms of if this is really the case, right? Because in most cases, when people ask also, is dropshipping dead? Is, a different model like YouTube Cash Cow or automations dead? It isn't dead. It is up to you, right? And all the people that are in it to actually be responsible and take responsibility when it comes to getting results with the model itself. So meaning, if I go into a model and I don't become successful, I'm the first person that I need to look into the mirror to actually see myself and say, okay, what am I not doing as good as possible to get results with this specific model? And that's something you should be doing as well for yourself. So with that being said, the first thing what it comes down to with if SMMA is dead is basically your niche. Because I see so many people, struggle with their niche, talking about their niche like if it's something like holy, like a holy grail or something. But to be honest, it's pretty simple. Like in every niche that I went through, even if it was e-commerce, yoga studios, restaurants, gyms, personal trainers, real estate agents, and now coaches, in every single one, I've been able to get clients, whether they were saturated, whether they were unsaturated. In both of them, I was able to get clients. And that was due to one simple reason. The reason was because I always adapted my skills and my specific offering and my way of approaching them to how they are, because people would be likely to work with someone who is more like them. So if you adjust yourself and become like a chameleon to work with them, then it's going to be an easy job. If you don't, then it's going to be a hard time even getting like one client who's going to do a free trial with you. So when we talk about the niche, we talk about two different niches. We can talk about real estate agents or moving companies. One is, fairly, people would say it's more of a saturated niche, right? So if we talk about real estate agents, people would say it's a saturated niche. Why? Because every single SMMA owner or marketing agency owner goes into real estate, right? They say, I want to do real estate agents, and they choose that. And depending on, in which area you are, in the US itself, there are about 1.5 million real estate agents, okay? So 1.5 million real estate agents, and people saying it's a saturated niche. To give you like a statistic on how this would look like if it really was saturated, is that every agency that is doing real estate agents would have to have 10 clients with real estate agents, and there would need to be 155,000 agencies, marketing agencies, solely focused on only doing real estate agents. Now, do you think there are 155,000 marketing agencies working with real estate agents? Of course there aren't, right? And why not? Because, a lot of them don't even have 10 clients. Some of them have 2 clients. Some of them have 5. Some of them might have 20, 30, 40, but that's a limited amount. That's not all of the marketing agencies that are in the market for specifically real estate agents, right? So you want to just hone in on understanding that even if there are many people in that specific market, it's still not unsaturated, because there's too many people, too many fishes in the sea to make it saturated. Same goes for a unsaturated niche. So we have, for example, moving companies, right? Now with moving companies, there are about 17,154 moving companies in the US. Some would go to say that this is an unsaturated niche. Well, I would go to say that this niche is in fact in somewhat way not as populated with marketing agencies as the realtors, because if agencies would do this, that would mean if all agencies would do this, then if every agency had 10 clients with moving companies, there would need to be 1,715 agencies, which is a lot less, I'll tell you, than 150,000, right, for real estate agents. Now, the comparison with that would mean, right, that if you think of it, actually, moving companies might be even more saturated if more agencies do it, but they don't. So it's considered unsaturated. But the thing is, even if you take a look at real estate agents and moving companies, both of them, right, you have equal chances. Because I'll tell you why. If we go down, people would say the real estate agents is saturated. The moving companies is unsaturated. To be honest, they both have equal chances. And the chances depend on you. And that's the key point I want to get across in this video to you. It's not about a niche. It's about how good you want to become to be able to help that niche. Okay? So meaning, it's not about you choosing a niche that's great, right? It's about you understanding the skills that you need to help a specific niche. Now, yes, there might be some qualifications to you either choosing a niche or not choosing a niche, which could be how much revenue is that niche doing? If you're working with people that, with companies that are, like horse riding teaching, of course they're going to have less money, like barbers as well, than companies that are moving companies or that are in the financial sector or real estate agents or building or construction companies. Of course there is a difference in that. So there are some niches that I just wouldn't go with, but there are definitely a lot of niches, and most of them are niches that I would consider unsaturated and saturated, that I would advise you to go in and scale it up. So with that being said, I said they have both equal chances. Let me defend my argument. So when I talk about they both have equal chances, I'm talking about you need to be responsible with how good your offer is. Number one, if your offer is crap, your results are going to be crap. You need to have an offer that people cannot say no to. And the way that you do that is you need to increase the perceived value that you have on your specific offer so people know that you're delivering actual results, right? And then you need to improve the quickness that you get them results, right? Which is something that you need to heavily work on when it comes down to your service delivery. Now, when we talk about an offer, you might come up with an offer that says, that you do meta ads, you give them 15 leads, which could be seller leads, and then we target real estate agents in specific here. We do 15 leads, and then all of them are seller leads, meaning people that have their name, email, phone number, or qualification, question answered in towards if they want to sell their house or buy their house. And then we have a 90-day program, right? So we have a 3-month contract that we set with them to be able to work with them for 3 months. So the total of this, you could say, it's $1,500 per month plus ad spend. That's it. That's my offer. Most people would say in a saturated niche, but also in a moving company niche and a different niche, they would say, I'm not interested. Reason why is just because it's not sexy enough. It's not an interesting enough offer for people to say yes to, right? So that is an example of someone who would say, I go to the market with this offer, people say no to me, the niche doesn't work. No, the niche does work. You just haven't optimized your offer or haven't optimized your skills to be able to convey the offer to the client so they actually understand what you're bringing to the table and the perceived value that needs to increase and the actual value that you're going to be delivering and the results that you actually do. And by the way, also a guarantee. Like, what do you guarantee? If you don't give me the 15 leads, what do I get back? Like, is there something you're going to give me back? What are you going to give me back? So that is one example of how not to do it. And especially if you don't have the skills to convey this towards your clients. A second example would be you listening to the market and changing your offer, optimizing your offer, making it better. So one thing that you can actually do is put in lead conversion systems. For realtors, I'll tell you right now, if you're working with real estate agents or with any local business, you're going to have a big challenge in your clients as well to actually converting the leads that you deliver them. It's not so much about you delivering them leads, it's about how do they close the leads when they actually get them. That's the biggest step and the biggest hurdle that local businesses have when you're going to work with them. So what you need to do is you need to improve your lead conversion system for your clients. Meaning, a lead comes in, how do you help them to convert that lead to an offline sale? How do you do that? How do you help them with scripts? How do you help them with sales coaching? How do you help them to follow up with them? How do you do that, right? So you need to understand first how to do that for your clients and add that as an offer. If you see that a lot of people are saying that to you, that the offer is not good, that offer one is not good, you ask them, what do you actually need? And they'll tell you. Based on that, you can basically take the advice or the constructive feedback that they give to you, optimize it, construct it, give it to them. So another thing that you could also do is you could do also a, instead of like a monthly fee, you could say, I'll do $100 per lead plus ad spend. So you do $100 per lead for 15 leads, right? Guaranteed, for example. And then it's on top of that, it's ad spend. So let's say, for example, they pay you $30 per lead. So on top of that, so that's for 15 leads, it's 10 times 30. It's about, I would say, let's say 450. So they pay you 1,500 and then 450 for the ad spend. 1,500 service fee and then 400 for the ad spend. This is already a better offer. This could potentially be a maybe I'll work with you type of offer, right? But it can even get better. because you can have an offer with a 3-month program like this. You can say, okay, you know what? Not only am I going to give you the lead conversion system, I'm going to help you convert the leads, whether that be through my own people, my VAs that can actually help you, or me giving you coaching and consulting you on that. It could also be a reactivation campaign. What is a reactivation campaign? A reactivation campaign is a campaign where you use their current email list. You take that list, you message that list in terms of SMS, WhatsApp, or emails. You reactivate the list, and from there, that list responds, gets on a meeting, books a meeting, and becomes a client. That way, you can have like the low-hanging fruits for the client instantaneously and pick up those people. That's something you could do additionally. Another thing is what you could do is you could change your offer completely. So you could do 150 per lead, but this is including ad spend. Okay, and on top of that, what you can also do, you can also add a guarantee. For example, if we don't get you the leads, we work for free. That's also an offer that you can basically do and basically set up for yourself. So meaning they pay you 150 per lead. That's including ad spend. They don't have to pay anything on top of that. That's it. And you can play with the price. If some say, it's too much, you play a little bit. You put it to 225. Next one, you put it on 100 if it's needed, right? So you test it out, right? Now, basically, if you have that, you can also take it further. You can pretty much also go ahead and just say, if we don't get you the leads, we work for free. So at the end of the month, you didn't get 15 leads. Okay, no worries. We'll work for free. You don't pay us anything except the ad spend. That's it. Really interesting offer. They would be more interested and inclined to do this. Whether you work with realtors, moving companies, financial companies, personal trainers, gyms, doesn't matter with which companies you work with, there is a possibility that they're going to say yes, and they're going to be more interested instead of you actually working and doing the same offer. Do you see the difference between this offer, guys? And do you see the difference between this offer? Like it's a big difference. So you need to come up with more in your offer than something that is regular. And by the way, also, if when I say have more things in your offer, I'm not saying just add more things in the bag. I'm saying add things that actually make sense and add things that keep you accountable, but your client as well. So for example, if I don't get you the results, we work for free, or we're going to get you 5 appointments guaranteed, or we're going to get you 5 live transfers, which means we'll call the leads and we'll transfer the leads to you. You need to have something catchy for them to actually say yes to. If you don't have it, they're not going to do it. And it's not going to be AI automations. They don't care about that. They care about results. They care about having an offer that they can say no to. That's what you need to have. Now, with that being said, if they're still not interested in those offers, you can have a couple of different things. You can lower the price if needed, especially for the first few clients. You can even go as far in saying, hey, it's not going to be a 90-day program. It's going to be a 30-day program. You're going to try us out, see how it works. You're going to pay up front though, and we're going to see how that goes moving forward. You're going to pay us up front. We're going to move quickly, get you the results for 15 leads, and then after that we'll actually help you and get you going on the next steps. So that's something you can try out as well, like a paid trial in some way. A lot of students of mine in the Business Blueprint program that I have do that, and it works tremendously well because it gives people no reason to say no to you. It's a free trial month, but it's a paid trial. So they pay you, there's skin in the game for them, and they start working with you from there. Now, another option could be that you lower the price of the partnership program, like I said. So from 90 days, you could put it to 30 days, or from 90 days, you can put it to even less, like 14 days or 60 days, or however you want it. And then it's play with the per appointment or per client. You can even tell the client, like, listen, it's not basically 150 per lead, it's 150 per appointment. I'm going to give you 10 appointments. It's including ad spend. You pay me upfront because you're buying the appointments in. Right? They buy the appointments. So it's not like, you don't pay me and then I'm going to deliver it to you and I pay you afterwards. No, that's not how we work. You buy them in. So we buy in the leads, we buy in the appointments, or we buy in the clients, and we deliver it to you since you've bought them in. And if we don't get you the X amount of clients that we promise you, you get the money back for the ones that we didn't get you, right? So if we promise you 15 leads and we get you only 10, we get the money back for the 5 leads that we actually haven't delivered to you. I hope this makes sense so far, guys, because this is the most important thing that actually comes to look in a specific marketing agency, right? So it's all about the offer. Now, it's not only all about the offer in terms of if you are going to make sure that as your SMMA doesn't die out. It's actually going to be of importance that you understand the client acquisition, that you understand the appointment setting process and the sales process. How do you set appointments? How do you close deals? Everyone does it in a similar way these days, and they think that their way is the new best way to do it, like with AI or you name it. It's not. It's actually fairly simple, because at the end of the day with an SMMA, you're still working with humans. You're not working with robots, and you're never going to be working with a robot when you have an SMMA. So meaning you need to understand that with appointment setting and sales, you always can and need to improve your skills. Meaning me talking to this camera is not the first time that I did it. That's why I'm talking the way that I talk. When I first started, I wasn't talking the way that I'm talking right now, because it actually took me time and skill and a skill level to upgrade my skills and to become better, okay? Meaning you need to improve your skills. And ways to do that for appointment setting would be to test out different methods, and for sales as well. But when we start with appointment setting, it would be using an interview script. What is an interview script? You go ahead and go to the market. You're gonna pitch them. No. You're not going to pitch them. You're going to take a step back. You're going to tell them that you're currently starting out with your company, and you're going to be telling them that you are interviewing successful businesses in their niche to understand what their problems, needs, and desires are. You're going to talk with 5, 10, 15, 20 people, and from there on out, you're going to gather information, do research about the niche, what they need, and then you're going to come up with a better offer, because you're going to understand what they need. You're going to understand what they actually need, and then you can give it to them depending on what they said. So that is the interview script, and that's something I teach. Another one is Facebook pages and really building a connection with them. Sending them a message, hey, do you have space for 5 to 10 new additional clients within your specific business? I can acquire you these clients. Would you be open for a short chat? Boom, that's a meeting. Second one is actually using the interview script together with the Facebook page outreach. Interviewing them, saying, hey, I want to interview you. Boom. Book a meeting, interview them, and then slow sell them on a second call, which should be your goal with a sales, skill to develop that. You should always do a 2-call close, especially if a niche is more saturated. Always do a 2-call close, because the first call needs to be a qualification one. Second one needs to be a close. People are really skeptical these days, so you need to make sure that you are converting them, especially if you're reaching out to them cold, on a 2-call close. Don't try to close on one. Don't listen to the people. Oh, you can close people on one. Yes, maybe warm leads that are hot, you can close on a 1-call close, but leads that are cold, that cold, good luck trying to close them on a 1-call close. So always do a 2-call close. Another thing you can do is do emails. So not only Facebook pages, but emails, combining emails with an interview script. That's like a new method of trying it out and doing it. You send a mail to a client, you say, hey, John, hope all is well. I just wanted to do an interview with you and get to know your business and see what you're currently doing with your business. And then from there on out, see if I can actually help you and see if you have problems, needs, and desires that I can help you with. Would you be open for a short 5 to 10 minute call that I could help you with, right? And then you take it from there, right? That's basically the next step. And then when it comes down to the different methods of sales, you, like I said, try the 2-call close, try the frameworks, and try different frameworks. Meaning, if you notice that a 1-call close works for you, go with the 1-call close. If you notice that a 2-call close works for you, go with a 2-call close. Try out different methods that work for you, but try also different strategies out in the meeting that can actually, benefit you or not. Everyone has a different sales style. You just need to find which one will actually work for you. So you can try out a more introductory one, more qualification, right? Or making sure that you go in with a specific logical side of aspect that you can actually make sure to convert the client, show them what you're going to give them into a return, and the price that you're going to be tracking for them, right? So track the price, show them what you're going to be delivering to them with a lifetime value, and then based on that, charge them a specific price, right? And the last one is basically record calls and get feedback from mentors. So meaning, if you don't record your calls, how do you know how you can do things better? If you don't get feedback from people that have done it multiple times and more often than you and are more successful, how do you know that you are doing it well, that you can improve? You don't. So what you need to do is you need to record your calls. There's a tool called Fathom Note Taker, Fathom, and then Note Taker. It's a free AI tool that you can use to record all of your calls. It's automatic. Even if you do Google Meet or like Teams or anything, Zoom related, you can basically do that with that. So this is what I would say is the most important thing, guys, when it comes down to making your SMMA alive and not dead. All right. So with that being said, there is a specific conclusion that we're going to be taking a look at, which is, SMMA is not dead. It's not the niche. It's not the business model. It's you. And when you understand that it's you, there's actually specific action steps that you can take to get it going and get it running for yourself. Okay. So you need to understand that first. Second of all, what you need to understand is these 3 things. You just need to improve your offer. Make sure that your offer is so good that people cannot simply say no. Make it so good that when you look at it from a perspective of your potential client, you would pretty much say yes instantaneously. If it's not that, improve it and keep on building it until you make it as good. And like I said, no, it's not AI. It's basically what do the clients need? What do they actually need? And what's interesting from their perspective? Give them that. The second thing is test different setting strategies and test different closing strategies. Number 3, see how your calls are going, get feedback on it, improve it. Try out a different appointment setting strategy. If you're not getting any appointments from the outreach that you're doing, see how that's going, see the data, base your strategies based on that. If it's not working, test out different things. If it's not working, test out different things. See yourself as someone at a lab that needs to test out different things and see what will work to get the machine going. If it's not working, don't become emotional. Don't say the SMMA space is dead and anything is not working. It's simply you're not working or you're not willing to put in the work. If you're not willing to put in the work, better stop now. If you are, do these improvements and you'll have a thriving SMMA as soon as you do these things, okay? This is what I did. This is what all my successful students have done. And this is something that you can start doing right now to set the next step for yourself. So guys, with that being said, that was the entire video regarding is SMMA dead and the honest truth in my opinion. So the answer is no, I don't think SMMA is dead. I think it's honestly going to grow even more because social media is becoming a bigger part of our lives every single day, more and more and more. Bigger social media channels are just growing even more. You see it nowadays, Facebook, TikTok, all the big ones, Google, are growing even more, and it's just going to become even more. We live in an attention-based society, and it's only going to become more. So you either be a part of it or you don't, and you may either make something useful out of this business model or you don't, and you keep on doing the same thing that you're doing. So with that being said, guys, I hope this was valuable for you. If you want to learn more about how to actually grow your SMMA and how we are doing that, check out the link in the description. We have a Facebook or a school group that we have started right now, which is a free community where you can talk with us. You can get videos, you can get additional help one-on-one from us from that group, so we can actually help you dedicated to your success and get the next steps in order so you can start growing your agency and get clients. So with that being said, hope you liked the video. Look on my channel if you want to see other videos that are also probably valuable for you to start and grow your SMMA. For now, I want to thank you for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.